Hello everyone, this is Hyperion-Blue-GT here. The holiday season is about to begin for today's weekly challenge on Gran Turismo 7. It is week number 2 of December. It looks like we got ourselves to have 3 new events, including a brand new special race will be formerly known as a special event for the Ferrari 296 GTB 1-week race at Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve, and also for Super Formula as well. As other 3 events, as we have Goodwood Motor Circuit and European Sunday Cup 400, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia in the Rallycross layout for the WRC Group B edition, and Tokyo Expressway south clockwise to be racing at nighttime for the Lightweight K-Cup. But they will be having some featured prizes available to get all 3 events to have some main progress to go for only 2 credit tickets with 100,000 and 200,000 Gran Turismo credit, and also for the 6-star roulette ticket in the cars category. But this will be the time of the holiday season is about to be rolling out, and we got ourselves to have some 1 good extra bonus skip available for the next day, as you're about to keep a good watchful eye out when you're playing on in GT7. So it's all been Gilles-ed up and ready to go for only 5 events to be available in about 3 days left to go. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. So let's begin and ready to go for today's weekly challenge. What a good start to have a previous weekly challenges as a recap after taking part for only 1 mission challenge at Watkins Glen Long Course by using the Chevrolet Corvette CXR Vision GT concept. Turns out awesome, faster, and much more formidable out there for the first time ever since the main tour of Spectre update. As of right now, we got some brand new events available ahead of us as we're about to go currently to have this week until the 3rd week will be coming out soon until every Friday. So right now, I'll have to take on in European Sunday Cup 400 as I'm about to go for a Bar 595 SS 1970 will be fully tuned up and take 4 laps around the course as I got everything to be set to go for only the Sports Top compound tires, and few parts will be applied and installed as well, including with a high turbocharged RPM to have some few parts to be fitted, equipped, and 2 stages of weight reduction has now been well installed. I know this is going to get a little bit more test of experiments, but this good kind of a classic hatchback vehicle for the very first time ever, just like driving on the 1965 Fiat 500. Hope I'm ready and get set on the track. Will have to brace myself to go for a full speed moderation and steady up balance in case of incoming corners. We'll be doing for only 1 test at a time. But one thing perhaps, Leo Gallo, as he's about to be ready to try it out to go for a Fiat Panda 30CL 1985 onto the top 5 position to be determined, so I had to go down to have a 1 single pre-race interaction on the description details. So here he is right now, he's on 3rd place, and let's see how it turns out before the race will be get started out to have the weekly challenge on stage number 1. I'm Leo Gallo, the GT World Series 2021 champion from Italy. Italy produces many compact masterpieces, but this first-gen Fiat Panda is really something special. Designed by Giuliano, its straight lines and flat surfaces distinguish its sleek, modern appearance. Despite its low output of 29.6 horsepower, this car is extremely light, making it surprisingly fast. Good inspirational advice and description of details, but remember viewers, this first generation Fiat Panda is a good kind of a true masterpiece designed by Giuliano himself. But coming out on this one, but hopefully only 1 good kind of a classic Italian road car to be well tested and experiment to see how it goes. I believe it's going to get a little bit challenging. Will be well embraced to go tricky skill in about 3 seconds when using the Bar 595 SS. Will be packed up and go for the top speed in just 103 miles per hour, with only 103 horsepower to be packed up to go for the top speed average. Let's drive well to take the first turn, and first lap coming up, we'll be going in to have a good odds on slipstream. We'll be catching up to go focusing ejected in about 3rd place or higher. So you see, with this kind of the interior dashboard just like the Fiat 500, but it gets much more wild out there to be packed up to go for a top speed. For only one good example, after taking this one on Sardinia, Wheel Track B course layout on the same event, and well possibility to go amp up to be using on sports soft compound tires. But if you're about to be using in racing hard compound tires, you might have to keep yourself maintain calm and drive well to be pleased. But it gets some skills to be competent, so you might have to drop yourself to go for only one racing line at a time. But looks like it's about to get a little bit boxed in and catch us up towards Thomas Leputoué in the Renault Sport Apatime B6 24B 2002. It's now been overtaken to be dropped down until catching up to Antonio Santos in the Peugeot 2008 Allure SUV 2021. Alright, here comes the third sector. Looks like the Porsche 911 Carrera is in the scene, so I have to go defend it and proceed onward. Okay, let's go dive in on the chicane. This is where to crank up the music and go offense towards Kylian Drummond in the Peugeot 208 GTI 988 before heading up in lap number 2. Fastest lap time in a minute 42.1 seconds. That's perfect. Now let's keep up and drive well to go skill tricky to be doing the main method, as I'm about to go on understeer for counting up the skill measures. Let's go side by side and overtake to go reaching up in 103 miles per hour on gear number 5. Okay, first sector is clear. Now let's dive on in at sector 2. So I have to brace myself, drive well to be careful, and competent to go under skill by the measure. Just wait until Coque Lopez in about 8.3 seconds left. This is going to get a little bit hard working racing for only one classic hatchback to be vintage and well sporty made. It's going to get a little bit tricky to see how it turns out to go for the halfway point during the second lap. Sightseeing right now, approaches in 5.9 seconds within up ahead on the main distant gap. So let's go back on sector 3. Just have to do it. Commit, steady up, and keep it center up on the front gravity to remain in one piece. But don't slow down. You might have to speed up a little bit, so you might have to go for a concentration to help yourself to do one additional part and third stage of weight reduction as an extra. So my current time update is 1 minute, 37.499 seconds, third lap coming up to take the penultimate. Almost there. Got to take the slipstream and ready up to go offense towards Coque Lopez and P. Albert. Side by side comes in. Looks like the Peugeot RC said GT line is now been blocking up to my main approach. Okay, there you go. Just have to keep it nice and deaccelerate. Next turn coming up. Just have to get my mind remain focused and almost there to catch up on 2 remain European hatchbacks. And there it goes. Finally overtake Coque Lopez, Renault Sport Megane RS Trophy 2011, and steady up to remain and get closer to be back on main position. Okay, so looks like center up on the front gravity might need to go for a little bit more slow time to keep it much more formation out there when taking the turn is all I need. Okay, almost there. Catching up towards Boss-Beaver Boris in the Peugeot 208 GTI by Peugeot Sport 2014, and a Mimura in a Citroën DS3 Racing is in the lead. But looks like Beleo Gallo has been left behind in 12th place as the marshals are about to be waving with a blue flag. Here goes the final lap. This is it. And it's going to get a little bit tricky to go skillful, so I have to go measured up and regain control on turn 1. Close call, same time and same by the 0.4 seconds by adding up recently in 497. It all comes down to this. I believe this race and the challenge itself is going to get much more tricky out there to be Gilles-ed up and have the A5 595 SS will be on their way towards first place at the podium. Okay, let's dive on in. Just stay behind on the DS3 Racing. This will have to take a few more turns left to go. And here it comes. Got to take the outside and go closest in on the apex. Come on, side by side to be amp up on gear 4. Alright, that's more like it. Come on, 595 SS, you can do it. Beat the DS3 Racing and heading up to the final sector. But closer to be tough as nails. Ooh, man, this is gonna get crazy out there. So let's sit, go for the commit, and stepping up, final stretch, and take home the checker flag. Wow, I tell you viewers, only one classic hatchback just gonna have to go and face the impossible moment. But first checkmark has been complete, and that is very well impressive to go for only one vehicle hatchback classic and pack up to go with 103 horsepower will be full center up and control for the need for speed. But that's why total time in 6 minutes 35.196 seconds and the third lap will be kept remain to be well steadied up as possible. But in that case, I believe if you guys really want me to go for a Fiat Panda 30CL 1985, I always have to be welcome to it, and this wheel might have to take a clean bonus to be double up and save the best effort and 50% on 78,000 GT credits. So there's 100,000 GT credit has been obtained, acquired. Now let's go for only one content replay to be steady up to go take place at the third lap on the chicane. Let's have it seen on 6 minutes. Got to go down on the capture thumbnail image, and this will have both compact cars on different sides comes in and comes around. Okay, that's more like it. Now, I'll have to be on standby for a while before moving on in race number 2 at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia in the rallycross layout. This will have to put myself to grab my OC Breezy in the Ford Focus Group B rally car to take the asphalt and dirt mixed together before heading up to Tokyo Expressway south clockwise for the lightweight K-Cup. We'll go for a festive holiday of cheer. Race number 2 is coming up, and starting grid will have to take on in around by turn 10 and hop aboard on the turn 1 entrance once you're about to use your own strategy to be amp up and go skill on any kinds of Group B rally cars just to make sure to be planned in exactly for the second week of December weekly challenge. For only one classic European compact cars is all done for the FR 595 SS 1970 and go right on in for the modernized Group B rally car to go skill and drive well to go cautiously to be crowded on formation. I'm so glad that the holiday is only just ahead of us and about a few more days to go, and that will bring us out to have a countdown for the 12 days of Christmas. So heads up holiday season, UDRS Insportec is coming, and I'm about to be planned to go for only 3 car liveries for the theme of holiday for a festive surprise. Let's have the second round and go proceed onward to have myself to go for a major racing opportunity to crank up the music. I hope this will bring out to have the strike barrier by Dakikasho from Gran Turismo 3 A-Spect. Now this is what I call the best Christmas gift ever of all time in Gran Turismo. Got to get behind on 12th place as I start out with C. Chung in the Hyundai Genesis Group B rally car as other racers currently to go around and take the asphalt to have the first sector and come around in sector 2. Okay, there's Ed Pagadet in the Pescia 205 GTI Evolution 2. He's going for it, so I have to stay behind him and then C. Chung as well before the first sector is going clear to be proceed on sector 2. Come on, just have to go right in and push the turbocharger to be amp up and go steady up at the final turn. First lap clear, and lap number 2 on the way. We'll be on the lookout for the fastest lap drivers. Come on. Looks like my Breezy is counting on me to have her Ford Focus Group B rally car to be ready up for the win and drive mixing up the conditions on the dirt and asphalt. Let's take it slow and go amp up the gear number 2. Okay, that's the ticket. Got to shake it up. Stay behind on the Peshet RC set Group B rally car before coming back to the dirt. Okay, looks like talk about doing some tough exercise. Got to go proceed on caution. Okay, moving on in position 9. Vallejo Gallo just took the fastest lap time in 15.690 seconds. Gotta do this quickly in under just 50 seconds. Hop around and go dive in on sector 2. Okay, impressive. And there goes for the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group B rally car has been overtaken, dropped down to position 9, and 7 more Group B cars to go. Okay, looks like Adam DePie and R. Cableham are about to go sliding around onto the final turn. Decided to come in and go commit around to go clean turn by a small amount of overtake. Okay, 4 more laps to go. Halfway point is up ahead. Okay, just have to stay behind on the Ford Mustang Group B rally car. Just only have 5.4 seconds left. Stay on it. Slide around to go skilled like a Japaka. Okay, Jonathan Wong is next. Just keep going and keep dropping up on the sideways on the dirt. Okay, there goes one contact. 3 more to go. Good thing, taking the fastest lap time in 49.601 seconds. Okay, heads up. Coming back around on turn number 3 and 4. Alternative, skillful, tarmac is skilling up the all-wheel drive. Almost there to catch up to Asus Rillo in the Nissan GTR Group B rally car. Just have my OC spirit, will embrace it to go skill and chill. Okay, there's T. Kato in first place. He's going for it, and right up the skill to take the final turn and proceed to the next lap on number 6. Come on, just stay on it. One Ford Focus Group B rally car for another Ford Focus in the same Group B. This will have to take a one single jump at a time and get closer to be sideways and go skilling up. Okay, there we go. Just use that apex. Vallejo Gallo is slowing down and come back in onto the third session spot. Okay, pure lap coming up and contact to be well slammed in. But charm to be respect and very impressive to take the 7th lap on penultimate. Okay, pure right. Okay, last Group B car set and first sector check and go sector 2. Yeehaw, baby! It's going to be getting like a lot of an early winter season for the holidays. I believe I should rather have to go out and take the snow drive on Lake Louise short course or longer. Will be doing much more impressive to have a best of the holiday spirit. So here comes the final lap and fastest lap time in 48.709 seconds. Let's have a good check on the radar, so I had to keep it in a good watchful eye when taking the first place to go clear on the podium. Okay, skilling it and go onward. This will put myself to buy some time on 3.1 seconds and getting closer to have the final stretch on the short period. Just only have 5 more turns left. Take that good entrance on the chicane at the dirt. Comes in and comes around. But I believe if Yas Marina Circuit should rather have its own rallycross layout, that would be much more awesome to be pleased. And there we go. First place on race number 2 clear and 3 more to go. And this will have to take a 1 stop-by visit to Tokyo Expressway in lightweight K-Cup. So that's one good Group B rally car for only one Ford Focus. Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia in the rallycross layout has been checked, complete, and let's see the results. Under 7 minutes, total time in 6 minutes, 55.038 seconds, and right at the bat, besides going on lap number 10 and 7th lap on 48.709. But it's not yet over at least, so I had to bring out with one of the kind of a brand new dispenser camp livery on the Ferrari 296 GTB 2022 that you guys might gonna be able to take a good look in case that you might have to be on the lookout for the time-lapse video, as I had to plant myself to go for a special made exclusive that related to Season 5 in Fans vs. Favors. But we'll see enough, so I had to go for a second replay on number 2 for a content requirement. Okay, let's zoom in, and just have to go close in to have the penalty line to go skipping around. Just wait for it. Have the next part comes in on the front part. Zoom in the camera. Okay, just have to pause a little bit, and comes right around. Alright, closing up. So, number 2 content replay save, and let's go proceed to have ourselves for only one Japanese K car to take the night time on south clockwise for Tokyo Expressway. So I believe the Science is about to be putting up with some changes after the release of Spec 3 update, but it's going to get much more miracle out there to have a good look on the Science on Dunlop as we're about to be proceed to go to Lightweight K-Cup. But this year, just like last year when I was using the Suzuki Cappuccino 1991 to go for the holiday themed festive to be using on the base white and red trim, and this year the green trim will be ready up to take the remix on the encore for the holiday of the miracle. Hopefully, I'll be able to check it out, and it's going to get much more nicer out there to have Dunlop to becoming as an official partnership for Gran Turismo 7 after years with Michelin throughout in GT Sport by the years go by. This is going to get much more wonderful out there to have some changes when you're visiting on 3 districts around in Tokyo Expressway. Just had myself to go for a Christmas helmet and racing suit outfit. The holiday is about to go for a racing celebration to go all in, and make sure that you're about to be participating for a limited time event on the Nations Cup in Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve and Yas Marina Circuit for the Manufacturers Cup on Group 3 cars. So let's go ho 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 on the rolling start and have one Christmas cappuccino will be set on 16th place in about 3 seconds to go for the holiday racing cheer. So let's bring out the Soul Silver music, and up I go to take the first lap real feel for the nighttime of display. Okay, turn 1 coming up. Gonna have to go in there and catch up G Mangalo in a Daihatsu Copen 2002 before a few drivers will come around and take the S's in Sector 1. Alright, very impressive. Looks like once we're about to go clear on Sector 2, you'll be able to see the sign Dunlop in it, and it is going to get much more wonderful out there to have some changes for Spec 3 update. Heads up for the hairpin, so I have to go early break right now and get behind on Patrick Basson in 10th place if you're about to be taking on with some few other top tier GT players on the grid. Gap distance are now been placed to go in 8.9 seconds. Slipstream coming up, and go for the lineup on the Jingle Jangle on the race. So good thing putting up to have a Christmas outfit, to have a helmet and racing suit will go and brace for the holiday cheer and nighttime. So I just really have to come up with only one good 3-car collection for this year in the holiday 2025 after finishing up on the second week of December weekly challenge. But we still have a few more days left to go before Christmas on December 25, so I have to keep that in mind to go for a notice of reminder, because a whole lot of best excited moments to see some good race and the upcoming Gran Turismo World Series Pro Finals at Fukuoka. It's going to get much more nicer out there to have ourselves to be watching the World Finals as an early Christmas gift for all good Gran Turismo players out there. So heads up, chicane incoming, and just have to take it nice and slow, and looks like more K cars accompany. So that's very nice. Much more traffic formation, and due for a crowded slipstream to go all in. So I had to use Ryota Kokubun's current position and make the slipstream before switch it to Nicholas Rebiller before the second lap, as the fastest lap time is I did well on 2 minutes 18.629 seconds. Whoa ho ho, just gonna have to look ahead, just have to going in, just drive. K cars always make the race to go find the line. Okay, close call for Comfort. Now comes in and comes around. So I'll have to go for only one good fourth position to catch up to T Yamanaka in about 2.6 seconds as Sector 2 is coming back. Okay, for the next turn of my trick, Hairpin comes in and take the middle section besides the inside of the apex. Once I'll have to catch up to T Yamanaka in the Honda S660 2015 along with Takuma Minasono in first place, and also for Berleo Gallo in second place. But that will have to go for a gimmick of the skill and slipstream we'll embrace for the joy of Christmas feeling. Okay, almost there. He's slowing down and right at the bat to go on inside the tunnel. Okay, solid sweet, and Candy Cane flavor on Sector 3 will be forward in. It's only down to 3.9 seconds and coming back on to 4.2. Just have to do this quickly because both of them are about to be heading back to the chicane to go slow in and fast out. Just have to take it nice and slow and get easy out there. So I got the upper hand advantage before heading up to take the final lap. Just one more push, and then one Spirit Holiday will always have to come again soon by next year. For 2026 is going to get much more brighter and well better out there to have a nighttime display. And there you go. Fastest lap time to put myself in 2 minutes 14.043 seconds is now been back on the highlight. Here I go, and putting up to have the joy of the Christmas spirit, we'll be catching up on 2 Honda S660 in about 1.3 seconds left to go. Okay, gonna have to take the outside and get closer after overtake Berleo Gallo's current position, and that means Takuma Minasono in about 0.4 seconds to go left standing. I can hardly feel it. Just have to get behind him, and early brake comes in, and stepping up the apex will come around. Okay, almost there. Looks like it's gonna get nicer out there. Just stay on the RPM range, and almost there momentarily as I have to take the middle section to go on the main path. Okay, looks like here comes the next soundtrack from Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec viewers. You might gonna hear it. It will bring out the 2000s of nostalgia. Yeah, that's more like it. Just listen to this soundtrack. It will bring you down for a memory lane when you're playing on this GT7. I'm always love to hear it, and I'm about to go for a full racing offense to take myself to go in the lead. Just one more chicane left, and final corner coming up to take the podium finish. So here I go, full stretch on the way, and momentarily to go for only one sugar flag is on the way. Have a holly jolly racing Christmas. Racing number 3 is clear for the weekly challenge, and moving on to Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve for the Ferrari 296 GTB one-make race and Super Formula as well. Now that's what I call one good Christmas event for only one Suzuki Cappuccino to be placed up, and fastest lap time in lap number 3 on 2 minutes 13.064 seconds in a total time of 6 minutes 45.736 seconds. Alright, but looks like there's gonna have to take 2 more races left to go to have the penultimate, and the last stage is ahead of us. But 48,000 GT credits will go for a Christmas gift for all good Gran Turismo players out there when you're entered in the Lightweight K-Cup. And the plus bonus, 200,000 Gran Turismo credit has acquired that brings out to have some more additional prizes to keep a good watchful eye out in about the next day. Now for a short intermission, and let's go on in to have the good duration in about 4 minutes to have a good eyes on the thumbnail image. Just have to get closer in, slower in, and close as ever to have a good eyes on the Cappuccino to go for a Christmas variation with a green trim as well. So that's perfect, and this time, as I'm about to show you guys something after finishing up on 3 races and heading up to the Canadian circuit on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve, as I'm about to go for only one brand new dispenser cam variation on the Ferrari 296 GTB 2022 will go Season 5 variation special edition in Fans vs Favors. Then I'm all gillied up and ready to proceed onward for race number 4 and race number 5. And it's going to be having a one event only, but each of them on top of difficulty will bring out to have a B6 hybrid hypercar to go easy, and SF23 Super Formulas will go full competition in 15 laps, as I'm about to take a good look on the description. V6 hybrids compete for glory in this Ferrari first. Nice. And 5 laps is going to be well impressive out there to see the 296 GTB 2022 to have the standard colors if it's going to be having one customization option to be placed and well equipped. As for starters, so good thing putting up with some few parts might need to go equipped after purchasing on the tuning shop, we might have to go adjust it into over 1000 horsepower. But that would be very much more nicer out there to see all kinds of different Ferrari wheel cars to be well based up and give it wheels pack up to go by 1000 horsepower of range. Got to go calculate performance, and here it is right now in 1070 horsepower at 745.6 performance point, and the max torque will go faster up into 670.8. So here I go. One dispenser camp season 5 variation coming up, and go green debut to have a good moment to be racing up on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve. But that will have to bring out to have 5 batches of brand new dispenser camp variation that related to the upcoming season, and there's more to that. I'll have to be putting up to have some 2 new set of variation to go yellow as a fans and the purple in favors. And it would be much more nicer to see some previous dispenser camp contestants from season 1, 2, and 4 Carnival of Chaos, and that brings out to have some new faces as the fans will be compete and have one brand new paradise location after Stawaki Carnival and Camp Tibiskal known as Saluna Island. But in that case, a brand new host after being seen from the last season along with Trevor McGregor, Derek Johnson, Crystal McLean, and also Emily Campbell is now becoming as a brand new host for the 5th upcoming season. But that would be much more nicer out there if she can do it much more better out there to do some demonstration after the roads during the 4th season. So let's go for the first lap, and 9th position coming up to go catching up with some few opponents when using the same Ferrari 296 GTB will go on the way. So I have to look ahead. Coming up on turn number 8 and 9 until turn 10, we'll go closer up on the hairpin. But that will be much more nicer out there to have enough spectators to see this green looking 296 GTB with a suspension cam variation will go for a promotional support. So I have to take it slow and get much more clear out there to have a good eyes on clean bonus until moving on in Super Formula. It's only down to 17.8 seconds left. Let's go full straightaway and heading up on chicane number 2 on turn 12 and 13. Brake well to go proceed and steady up to go careful. Okay, that should do very nice. First lap going clear, and this special race is still bears out to have the rules of the same special event since the previous. So it goes on in lap number 2. Got to take the first turn and go quickly to have a passive of the acceleration to come around. Okay, very nice. Just have to keep listening to the sound of the B6 hybrids. Just make it much more spiritual and element of nostalgia to see one good kind of a 296 GTB in the Suspension Camp Season 5 variation to go all the way in first place. Okay, first sector clear. So I had to get behind on SE in 6th place. This opponent is quite good, interesting to be well formidable. Time to turn it up and go offense to catch up to the 5th place driver. Got to go early brake comes in and comes around on turn number 8 and 9 to go precisionize. Okay, solid flank work. And go kick it up in a high gear before heading back on turn 10 at the hairpin on sector 3. Okay, can't touch this. Just watch one single fan art livery go for a clean condition and moving up in about 11.1 seconds to go. Just not yet at least. This one to go full straightaway on the quarter mile run. Give this brake position and give it a flow of the turn. Okay, correction, check, and putting up on the first person interior view, we'll go for an eyes check and switching up on the blue spots before coming up around on lap number 3. Okay, there's I batter in 4th place, eyes on the yellow, and pretend this will have to go for only one example as the fans. But this is going to get much more fun out there to get closer out there to have the last 2 more laps to go. Okay, very nice and neat. Just have to keep a good eyes on the radar and brake zone incoming in on approaches at turn 6 and 7. So, as you may ever notice that there will be having one additional extra when using for only one Suspension Cam Season 5 variation on the Ferrari 296 GTB. Same goes on the previous Suspension Cam season as well that features for only one racing suit and racing helmet as well. But got to admit, this will bring out to have the 5th season to go for a theme style of Tropical Paradise. But I always do love to have a one good theme of Tropical Paradise when it comes to have a peace and relaxation. But I prefer to go for peace and relaxation when it comes around on social media platforms. But yeah, I just really don't want to have any online drama to come around when it comes in to have some planning to do some production development lineup. So I had to keep moving on forward, and that's why looking forward up ahead in 2026 is only have one bright start at the beginning. So halfway there, it's almost done, and fastest lap time will go quicker up and same as ever by 1 minute 43.060 seconds as moving on in the 4th lap. Only 3 more Ferrari 296 GTBs to go. Just have to come around on turn 2 and wait for the moment as I'm about to catch up on Jay Cano in the main spot in about 0.2 seconds up ahead. Okay, just have to watch it. Just have to go back on sector 2. Okay, good turn. much more impressive. Just have to keep a good eyes on the lateral G's in case. Okay. Let's go catch up to this guy in second place. Just have chicane 1 in turn 8 and 9. But close as ever. Once I'm about to get closer, in about 2.4 seconds left to go until T Luna is currently to stay still on the lead. Let's have the hairpin on turn 10 and come around. Okay, let's go full drag race coming up, and wait until the fourth lap is about to be cleared over after taking chicane 2 on turn 12 and 13 comes in and comes out. Okay, embrace the spirit of a tropical paradise comes in and give it all I got to have the fourth race will be over soon, and here comes the fifth final lap. So I tell you viewers, one Dispenser Camp Season 5 and final lap coming around onto the fifth run is right on cue. Now this was to go for a spotlight, and this will give it for only one more 1v1 Ferrari 296 GTB showdown until which one is going to get much more better out there to have the official red and Fender livery variation on the green. So what comes around goes around, and offense and defense to go for the element skill of strategy. Okay, there we go. Just have to go brake zone comes in, and right steady up to go on turn 8 to be touching up the apex to go safe and clear. Now that's the ticket. The best time we'll be calling in to make a shine, and one more sector left to go before this race is about to be over soon until Super Formula will be ready up to take a turn. Okay, this is it. Final stretch coming up. This will go longer and get shorter on chicane 2 to be right back to take the 12th and 13th turn by one more time. Okay, right at the spot. Full stretch coming up, and it's going to get much more clear on the podium. And there you go, viewers. One Dispenser Camp Season 5 variation is in the lead and close as ever to have the spotlight to go for numero uno on the go. Impressive, and that means race number 4 check, clear, and all done for only one stop by in Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve, and that will bring us out to have the penultimate race number 4 is check as an outcome and ends up here at 8 minutes 36.166 seconds and fastest lap time by a minute 43.060 seconds. Now this will have to go for a paradise of tropical highlight to see this good coverage. It's had to go green for a brand new Dispenser Camp Season 5 for the racing suit and racing helmet that bears out to have the tropical of Dima Tikis. And one additional extra, putting it with some palm trees and tropical flowers, but this will turn out very nice and very lovely. So that's 127,500 Gran Turismo credits. Let's have a look, and switching up on the third person cam, we'll go for rotational on the preview. As you can see, viewers, this is a brand new variation on the Ferrari 296 GTB 2022 for only one good green style variation as a brand new Dispenser Camp Fender livery for the upcoming 5th season. Turns out very nice, beautiful, and well deemed stylized to have a tropical theme of paradise to go for only one good palm trees and tropical flowers, and plus even perhaps to go for only one additional batches with some theme of tikis. But you might have to go for only one fan art themed livery variation that brings out to go for only one additional on the tikis. Turns out much more nicer and well deserved beautiful for only one good green paint job after putting up with some hard work by a round of the duration in just 30 minutes. So let's go for the capture thumbnail image onto the scene and wait for it. Take place around on turn 8 and 9 on chicane 1. So let's get closer. this will might need to have this good picture perfect to have a good close-on display. Alright, very nice. And better get ready, viewers. Looks like I already saved one content replay before going entered on Super Formula at the same track and give it all we got, as we're about to take a good stage approaches to have ourselves for only one Super Formula 1 event on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve for only one more race to go. Let's have my UDRS Inspirtech on the Dallara SF23 Super Formula with a Toyota engine version, and have it all I got. We'll go 15 laps around the course and bring out to have one pit stop available or any methods to go for a 0 stop of the racing lifetime. And we're about to go for it right here and right now. This will bring out to have 18 times the tire wear and 6 times the fuel consumption, so you might have to use your own strategy to have all 13 turns at once you're about to get the hang of it. I'm so pumped up, you guys, that you might need to take some few practice until you're about to be entered on this event to go for a current round in Super Formula. This is going to get much more tougher, faster, and hard-going pacing strategy to go for only one time at the pit stop if you're about to go for only one effort, and have your own choice of strategy to go embrace it to have the skills of 3 kinds of tire compound. So everybody's here and no pre-race interaction at this moment, so that will be good. Here I go and initiate the rolling start. We'll begin the countdown in about 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Let's turn on the music. First lap coming up, and embrace the spirit of the Formula 1 event on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve for all SF23 models on the Toyota and Honda version to have ourselves we'll consider as the final race in December weekly challenge number 2. I must go for it and give it all I got to put myself to go for a wheel test after graduate from circuit experience with 3 sectors and a 1-lap attack. So I had to go overtake towards Angel Inestrosa. This will be a one-way ticket to go on chicane 1 at turn 8 and 9. Steady as it goes and use the apex, and don't let your guard down that you might have to stay focused and keep up with the main effort before approaches to go in sector 3 at turn 10 hairpin. So eyes open and work up with the handling once you're about to go for a full force of reinforcement that you might have to stay focused on the high gear. So here comes the quarter-mile run, and have ourselves to go for the last 2 turns on chicane number 2 at turn 12 and 13. Okay, that's more like it. 18th place, moving on, and go to the second lap to put myself to have a fastest lap time to be prior to the upcoming lap time challenge on the same track if it's going to be well featured to go for the Dallara SF23 Super Formula with a Honda and Toyota version to be well featured. But count me out on this one. This will have to take another round session to have enough practice in case that we always have to keep a good watchful eye out on the upcoming lap time goal objective. So sector 2 is coming back, and I'm about to go for it for only one-way ticket to have a main gap distance to be set in 25.2 seconds. But don't slow down, viewers. You might have to go stepping up for more. This race and the event itself is going to have to go for a full force concentration to put ourselves for a real test of the matter. Okay, steady as it goes, and right back on sector 3. Okay, coming up and go slipstream and overtake S Suzuki. Put me in on 17th place, coach. I'm always have to keep on racing, stay clean, and go full focus and racing up on chicane 2. Okay, Coque Lopez just beat my lap time until coming right back in on a minute 27.303 seconds. Okay, very nice, and work out to go for a retame on the handling. Just have to go dive down on turn 3 and 4 and go shorter up on the commit at turn 5 before coming back at the second sector. Once I'll have to go catching up on Yamanaka and Mangalo in turn 6 and 7. Okay, looks like T Yamanaka is about to be ready to go for an overtake. Just only have one minor approaches to be heading back on turn 8 and 9. Okay, here comes turn 10, right back at the hairpin. Double overtake, and that's what I'm talking about. One good eye advantage, and dropping up to go for a slipstream of the acceleration. Okay, it still remains ongoing, and same as ever, 24.2 seconds. Okay, take that on turn 12 and 13 to go quickly as possible. This will have to go amp up, fourth lap coming up, and help myself to go for another round of the fastest lap time to be on the lookout on the expected. Okay, steady as it goes, and right back on turn 3 and 4, checking up, and go around on turn 5 to dive in quickly before heading back on sector 2 to go overtake at Takuma Minasono. Just have to go all the way. Okay, very nice, and well done. Ah, snap! So far so close, and I'm about to go for a short-term recovery after doing one slight mistake around on chicane 1. But close call for comfort, so I had to keep that in mind. This is going to get a little bit more hard-going pacing effort to have all this kind of overtake strategy is what I need to do. Okay, there we go, in 21.4 seconds. So I have to go look ahead and eyes open on Mikhail Hisao and Igor Fraka in position 12 and 11. They're about to go for it, and we're about to be heading up to go in the 5th lap in about 10 more laps to go. Okay, turn right and go retame on the handling once they're about to go clear on turn 2 again. Okay, nicely job. Now, 11th place, and wait until Kei Kawakami in 10th place in about 1.5 seconds to go, as I'm about to go for the halfway point at the grid. Fastest lap time in 1 minute, 26.608 seconds. It's going well nicely. And here comes the 3rd sector. Okay, looks like Kawakami is slowing down. Looks like he's coming right back in for another batch of overtake and put me back down on position 11. But unless this would do for only one overtake after clear from the hairpin at turn 10. Steady as it goes and faster to go all the way. Okay, that's lap number 6. Moving on and go proceed as well. Alright, almost there to catching up to Jonathan Wong, and the total gap distance in about 18 seconds to go. Okay, wait for it. Got to do the using up the same method trick. Just have first sector clear once again, and coming back again on sector 2 by turn 6 and 7. Almost there to catch up to Lucas Brunelli in about 1.6 seconds for the next opponent, as I'm about to go again on turn 10 hairpin at sector 3. This was to go for a glimpse of the hairpin and go follow the line on the apex once I'm about to go for only acceleration at the slipstream to be ample for the main get-go. But I'm also going to have to keep it much more well-deserved for our SF23 race on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve. Once I'm about to take a good eyes on 2 chicanes, we'll go for only advantage at the moment. And here comes the 7th lap, going forward and have the update gap by 15.8 seconds to go. Steady up and go amp up the RPM. So far so close, just wait until coming around on turn 3 and 4 again. Okay, that's more like it. Only 7 more to go. Moving on in position 8. Oh yeah, baby. Just have to keep working up and remain balanced when it comes to go for a high-speed corner acceleration. It's only down to 14.6 seconds. Got to go drop the hammer and nail turn 10 at the hairpin. Okay, Boss Speed Beer Boys is getting closer in about 2.1 seconds. Got to take the brace zone and go commit on turn 12 and 13 to be right on the block on the chicane. Okay, 8 lap moving on. It's getting closer, but not yet at least, so I had to go for a skill of patience once I had to go for a full control handling on the SF23 Super Formula for Team UTRS Insportec. Okay, right on the apex without avoid the contact on the barrier. Just to have one dive on in. There we go. But don't slow down. Always have to keep up and stay strong, faster work. Ah, dang it. Almost had that good moment of the advantage. But it'll have to take it, more practice, and just always have to keep that for a reminder of incoming skill turn. So let's see the main total gap distance, down to 12.1 seconds. Almost there, and getting closer to have the 9th lap. Will be on the way soon. But I tell you, viewers, this event is going to get tougher, harder, and faster to be labeled tough as nails. But it will be ends up to go in the top 3 position without double up on the clean bonus. But I'll be able to go again for only one short racing period of the practice to see how good am I on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve for the SF23 Super Formula or SF19 to have your own choice of optional pick. So here comes the 9th lap, and better be quick about it. Looks like it's only down to 11.8 seconds to be right back on track to go for the current on the distance. Okay, coming back on Sector 2. Got a good eye on H. Okamoto in 6th place before catching up to Patrick Basson in about a few more gap distance left to go. Okay, here comes the commit zone on the brake. Steer well to be pleased, and give me more slipstream to go up on the main top speed range. Here I come, you 3. I'm about to go for it, and gonna go for a formation defense. Okay, so far so close. That should do for only one pit stop for Okamoto. And here comes the 10th lap. 5 more to go. fastest lap times still remain by the defendant order. Okay, that's more like it. Put me in top 5 position, coach. So I'm about to catch up to Patrick Brisson next. Let's take it slow and make it happen. Just have to go for a full force control steering wheel on the front tires. Things are about to get a little bit beaten up soon by under 30%. Just have turn 8 and 9 to go clear. Just deaccelerate and reaccelerate before going enter at the pits to be in the main straight besides the chicane. Okay, hold it steady up. Almost there to catch up to Coque Lopez soon in about 11.3 seconds, and here he is right now before enter at the pits. Okay, he's already in. He's on medium racing tires, so I'm about to go into racing soft compound instead. Oh yeah, that's very good on the pit lane entrance, besides take the right side and putting up to have a new tire set and refuel requirement. So I'm about to go all the way to have the next lap and 4 more to go to be left standing on the remain. So that's good enough by 53%. Let's go skip on turn 1 and come around to take the right position on the main direction exit on turn 2. But man, this cutscene is very nice, impressive out there, just like Yas Marina Circuit. Okay, back to square 1, position 11, and total gap distance in 24.1 seconds. But this will bring out to have a 1 steady up grip and go faster up on the time attacker. Okay, let's do on sector 2 again. Just have to get myself to go for a skill competent strategy and make it much more impressive to have this event to be checked and done for the progress to go back to 100% complete. But 1 week at a time, viewers. I'm always have to keep a good watchful eye out on upcoming fight events, and it turns out very well impressive for the special race on the Ferrari 296 GTB 2022 in the 1-man category on the same track. Turns out very nice, and more importantly, Super Formula is going to get much more tougher out there that you guys always have to go for amp up best moment on the racing go. Okay, looks like the clouds are about to get shaded. Just have to keep my guard on. And outlap will be worn out soon before the next lap on number 12. Okay, let's have turn 2 to go already clear. Almost there. Looks like few opponents are about to get a little bit worn out soon before 3 more to go are about to be left standing remains. Okay, got to go quick commit on turn 6. Okay, there you go. I see John did 1 in 1.7 seconds at position 9. Just have to keep up the pressure. Fresh turn on number 10 hairpin coming up and regain full control acceleration. Okay, I see Kylian Drummond at the pits with hard racing compound tires, and same goes to Patrick Brisson. Okay, that's the ticket, and put me in onto the make grid standings to be going up from position 11 and go in position 5. 13th lap coming up, and get closer out there as Kylian Drummond is coming out at the pits on the right side direction before proceed to go on the left side position at turn 2. Okay, looks like things are about to get a little bit much more toughen up moment out there, viewers. I'm always have to stay focused on the top 3 grid. 5th place is going back on the same spot as usual since the previous lap. Okay, almost there. Got to go for a handling kickback. Okay, here it goes. Steady up. And Drummond has the upper hand advantage before proceed to go for the quarter-mile run. There's Ryota Kokubun at the pits by down to 0% with using the hard compound tires. So that would be good news. And more to that, right back on turn 12 and turn 13 chicane number 2. Oh yeah, that's more like it. And heading up to go for a penultimate lap on number 14. Okay, looks like 3rd place for Kokubun, but 4th place for myself. So I just might need to go toughen up and get closer out there to have a one-way ticket to go for only 6.1 seconds to go. But I actually have to do this, viewers. This race and the event itself is all I need to have the best focus to go for a high value opportunity to be finishing up in 1st place. Got to go in there and put myself in 3rd place to go hold down the fort. Okay, good on the music and go crank up the intense racing action. Almost there to catch up to Okamoto in about 0.5 seconds and clear on turn 10 hairpin. Steady up it go. Overtake boost is about to go decrease in about 25% left to go and about 4.8 seconds remain. Okay, there we go. Tire pressure is about to get a little bit worn out to be at least in 50% as the 15th final lap is already here. So I come this far, viewers. This will bring out to have Koke Lopez to be remain in 1st place and have myself to go in 2nd place by the silver. Just only had to take 4.4 seconds left and go commit on commit by every turns and corner once I had to go stepping up by the apex. So let's find out if I had to go in 2nd or 1st place by determined. So there he is. Koke Lopez is now been going up to have the possibility to have good eyes once he's going in on turn 8 and 9. Okay, this will be the last resort. Okay, good enough. Now, looks like Koke Lopez is about to be running out of fumes soon in about 2.5 seconds left, so I had to go clear and finishing up in 2nd place. Come on, almost there. He's already took the final stretch and he's about to go clear on the podium, and that means just came in 2nd right here and all done. Okay, wow, that was a tough race, viewers. Race number 5 is complete and 5th checkmark has been complete as well. But talk about having a most intense competition race just like where you're about to be racing in Formula 1 on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve. But the total time ends up here by over 22 minutes and additional by 8.291 seconds for Koke Lopez, and here it is right now on the fastest lap time is a minute 25.391 seconds. So I will have to work hard out there by the next time, and it was so very close to go earning up as possible and ends up in 2nd place by 150,000 Gran Turismo credit on no clean bonus. And there's a 6-star roulette ticket in the car category. Good job. Then let's have a replay and proceed in the playback position to go on a range of duration to help myself to go for a short moment on captured thumbnail image. but it was a lot of hard racing effort out there for the first time ever to have the newest race for Super Formula at Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve. Got to admit, it turns out to be well challenging and much more deserved to have ourselves to go for a practice on session before the upcoming lap time challenge onto the same track for the Dallara SF23 Super Formula on the Honda and Toyota version as well. So they will have to take some short time before proceed to have the best scene on turn 10 at the hairpin. So let's pause right here, and that will have to go for a different position to have the best scene on the view. And there you go. Just like that, exit, and number 5 content replay will be saved before heading back to the GT garage. We'll take a good look with some brand new gears available by logging in every day in about 5 days to go enter for the holiday celebration campaign. Let's take a good look. So I have 3 gifts on the login campaign and 3 prizes from the weekly challenge. So here it is right now, viewers. Looks like we got ourselves 100,000 GT credits and 2 6-star roulette tickets on the parts and engine category to be rewarded as a login campaign. But talk about doing a triple payday to go earning up and chain combo to be equals into 400,000 Gran Turismo credits. Sweet and very nice. Now, let's take a good look and use the 6-star roulette ticket in the parts category to see which one should I get. I believe other vehicles should be compatible to have this one in the carbon propeller shaft. And it's going to be on the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9 MR GSR 2006. I'll have to keep that for a while, and let's have a good look on the 6-star roulette ticket in the engine type and car category for the same 6-star type. Got to find out which one is which. It's going to be the best one or the standard one on a different kind of a performance engine. A different kind of swap engine will be compatible on the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 2018. I'll have to keep it for a while, and last but not least, 6-star roulette ticket in the car category is coming up, and choose which one should I might have to get. If it's going to be a Vision GT, Lexus LFA, yep, I was right. I'm about to go and receive the Lexus LFA 2010 is much more quite fabulously to be perfect for only one B10 supercar. So thank you Polybody Digital for only one 6-star roulette ticket, and that is going to be my best kind of a pick to help myself to go for only one UDRS Inspirtech livery to have the standard or the Nürburgring edition. Then why not have both of them as well? And for the extra, just to have a 6-star roulette ticket will be ready up and used, so I had to find out to see which one should I get. And here it is right now to go for a jackpot in 500,000 Gran Turismo credits after using for only one of the 5-star roulette ticket has been collected to go obtain and placement in 100,000 GT credits. Alright. Just only have one 5-star roulette ticket as received, and this one will go receive as well to have a high valuable earning. But even in the end, it turns out very nice and well back to back to have 2 race events on Circuit Gilles-Villeneuve for the Super Formula event on hard difficulty, and also for the Ferrari 296 GTB one-man category as a brand new special race to be renamed and formally known as a special event, along with some 3 events on European Sunny Cup 400 at Goodwood Motor Circuit. Turns out to go for only one classic hatchback to be bring out to have enough horsepower to go carry over by 103 when using the 8-bar 595 SS, but challenging and much more concentration to put ourselves to go for a real test of the matter, just like all the other kinds of classic road cars from the 20th century, as we're about to be faced up with some modern day European hatchback cars and compact cars as well. Along with WRC Group B edition at the Rallycross layout in Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, just only have a mixture to have a dirt and tarmac all together, as I always have to go for the Ford Focus Group B rally car with my OC Breezy Winters. We'll go chill, skill, and passive to go for the moderation to have a self-control on rallycrossing aggressive. And for the best part, whenever I had to go on Tokyo Expressway south clockwise in lightweight K-Cup since last year from the Suzuki Cappuccino 1991 for the Christmas theme variation with a base white and red trim. And also for this year, the same event as well, we'll have to go for only one base white and green trim to have a style of a candy cane to go for the most wonderful time of the year. So, time for me to wrap this up and ready up to put myself to go for a random 3-car selection on holiday Christmas themed livery, and this time I always have to be here on time to go for the participation focus on the GTWS World Final Celebration Race on Manufacturers Cup at Yas Marina Circuit for the Group 3 cars, and Circuit Gilles-ed on Nations Cup for the Gran Turismo F3500-B. This will go on, and I'll have to be on a reminder to be expected for the lap time challenges before heading back to the Renault E-Space F1 at Yas Marina Circuit, so I'll have to keep up the good work, and the GT7 racing journey will be continuing on. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more other social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. We'll join in to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many more features to support the channel by becoming a member. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra. We'll support and grow. And also check it out on my YouTube shorts that brings out with some presentation showcase like UDRS Inspirtech, Total Drama fan art, and Dispenser Camp fan art liveries along with some fairies whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again at the next current video. Keep on racing, stay clean.